Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. It's Motivation Monday. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get up, get this day going, get it started. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Are you ready? Absolutely. I know you're ready. I can see that you're ready. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you come on, go ahead and like and share, like and share, like and share. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday. Hey, Central. Good morning, my sister. Good morning, Tish. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, please like and share as you come on, host a watch party. Good morning, John. Good morning, good morning. Blessings and love to you as well. Tish, I miss you, my sister. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I can't wait for us to be fishing again. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are up and moving about. If you're not moving about, by the time we finish, you're going to be moving about. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is the end of August. Hey, Tyson. Good morning, good morning. I'm excited today, guys. Hey, Angela. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, like and share as you come on. Like and share. Remember, we don't want to keep it to ourselves. Hey, Michelle. How you doing, my love? I miss you so much. Good morning, good morning, good morning. For those of you who are new, this might be your first time or a friend of yours is sharing this message. My name is Dr. K, and I am the founder of Freedom by Design, and I thank God that He placed it in me and allowed me to birth that vision. I'm excited this morning. We come on each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. with your inspirational, motivational message, words of encouragement. Sometimes on Wednesday, we even have special guests who come and, they share their testimonies with us. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Linda. Hey, Betty. So this morning, hey, Kenneth, my love, how you doing? This morning when I got up, of course, every morning I wake up, I'm praying, I'm meditating, and before I do anything, I ask God, what is it that you want me to say? How do you want me to move? What's going on? So this morning, I woke up a couple of times, and I know when He starts waking me up at certain points in the night, it's time for He and I to have, or in the morning, I should say, it's time for us to have some conversation. It's time for me to meditate. It's some stuff going on. And of course, that's no different, over the past few days, when I go live and I do the messages, what I notice is I will get text messages from people. I will also receive inbox messages, from people telling me, that message, it was for me. I needed it on that morning, or thank you so much for being obedient, or whatever that thing might be. And sometimes it's more dialogue than just that. It might be a phone call. It might require some follow-up, on my part, and just praying for people. And this morning when I woke up, it was a heaviness on me. And it's, I know I'm in alignment with the people around me because I can, when we start praying and talking. So this morning, as every morning, I got up, I was on the God zone this morning. We're praying, we're meditating, we're listening to the word. And Bernadette started talking. And she said, as she heard the prayers, one thing that she heard was forgive yourself. Because God has already forgiven us, but we struggle with forgiving ourselves. So, it was amazing to me when she started talking, because I'm sitting here and I'm kind of jotting notes now, because I said, Lord, this morning, I just want to speak freely. I want to speak real from my heart this morning. Good morning, Browder. And what he said was, go ahead, because there's some stuff that's weighing my people down. So this morning I need to ask, what's weighing you down? And the scripture that I began to meditate on this morning was Matthew 11:28-30. And it says, come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and loving in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Now, as I started processing that thing, I'm like, okay, when I think about a yoke, the last thing I think about is it being easy, but as it takes time for us to go through that process, because when you think yoke, that's restrictive. It's bringing us under control, under our passions under control, our desires. And sometimes we need to bring it, not sometimes, all the time, we need to make sure we have it under control. But that heaviness that was hitting me this morning, I just started praying, not for a specific person, but for people in general, especially the people who tune in each and every morning that Freedom by Design goes live, because family, I know that many of us, we are heavy laden, but I have to be honest, and this is gonna hurt a little bit because I had to check myself in the process too. Some of us are heavy laden by choice, not his choice all the time, but by the choices that we have made. So I want us to wrap our heads around that. Some good choices, some bad choices. Now, sometimes, yeah, he does put some heavy stuff on us, and we're going to have to carry it to get ready for what he has in store for us. But we have the opportunity to choose. He doesn't force anything on us. So as we are going through life, we're processing things. And some of us will even say, well, yeah, I can choose, but I can't do it because I have to think about what my family might say. I have to think about what this might mean for my children. Yeah, I have to think about what this might mean for this person or that person. And God is saying, I'm showing you, you've prayed that I remove you out of a situation. You prayed that I open up a door. The door is open. You can walk through it. But the thing that I'm delivering you from, you're trying to run back to it. So this morning, family, I'm asking you, what is holding you down? What's weighing you down? A few weeks ago, my sister Dee spoke and her on the God Zone, and that message title was This or That, because we get to choose. We can choose this or we can choose that. We can choose him or we can choose the world, but we're going to have to make a choice. And every day we wake up, family, we choose. We make a decision, be it with our mouths, be it with our actions, with our heart, consciously, subconsciously, we choose. So we have to decide which way are we going to go, because if it's weighing you down and he didn't place that weight on you, then there's a problem. We can no longer say, oh, it's somebody else's fault, because when we have received the message, when we have received the understanding, and we know we can do better, we know we can make a decision or a change, but we continue to do a certain thing, then it's no longer their fault. That's my fault because I chose. And that's the one thing that each of us has the ability to do. We get to choose. Now, in this process of us thinking about, what's weighing us down, a lot of it becomes envy and resentment. Why? Because we're using these things, our eyes, and we're looking at other people, and it's like, dog, I wish I had what they had. I wish it was as easy for me as it is for her. Or look at them, they're doing this. I can't believe it. Now, here comes the distress. Here comes the binding, because envy and resentment, they bind up your freedom. You can't have freedom because you're too busy focusing on what other people do. You're too busy looking at what they have. And the thing about it is, you get to see on the outside what they have. You don't get to see, you didn't see the whole journey coming to. You don't know what's going on behind. You see a person dressed up, fixed up, makeup, hair. Oh my God, he or she, they slayed. They went, they did this, they went and they did that. Well, you don't know that the trip was because there was some backdrop to it. You don't know it was because there's some infidelity, but you're jealous because they went on a trip. You don't know the backdrop for the trip. You don't know the backdrop for the new car or the new house. You have no idea what's going on, but we bring these things on ourselves. We choose to look and say, dog, why isn't it working for me? And he is saying, all you have to do is come to me and I will take on every burden that you have. You can cast your cares right on my shoulder now. Not that you're not going to ever have nothing, because you are. Because when you cast your cares on him, when you align yourself with him, he's going to use you to further his kingdom, which means sometimes we have to be exposed for other people so that they can see that, dang, they went through that and he is still using them. Dang, she did take that yoke up, which means that she has to now be a little bit more disciplined, because he ain't going to force his will on us. That's the beauty of it. And when we say we're going to take up his yoke, it means that we have to remove some of that stubbornness, or not some of it. And it's a process. So understand, I'm not saying just because you say it today that everything is going to be fixed and tomorrow you're not going to have to worry about anything. No, so far from the truth. I am reading a book. I'm reading Destiny by T.D. Jakes, and I'm only in probably chapter 4 of it. And as I was reading the book, it talked about, making destiny decisions. And for some of us, we have been called for some great things, to do some big things, but our decision making is not yet aligning with our calling, because we're still trying to hold on to some stuff. We're still carrying loads that we shouldn't be carrying. We're still trying to carry other people's loads when he's saying that relationship, that situation, it was good for that season, but you can't take it with you. You know, when you start looking, and I posted a quote, I think this morning, and it said, when you look at your circle, if you know your circle isn't right, then you're not in if your circle isn't positive and feeding into you, you're not in a circle, baby, you're in a cage. I don't want to be in a cage. I want to be free. You know, he has told me freedom by design, his design, not my design. So we have to make that choice. That's why we have to choose him. You know, and when he says this thing is done, we have to be able to walk and say, okay, that's done. I don't not like you anymore. I don't not love you, but for where I'm going, every relationship, every situation, every idea, every person is not going to go. You know, we have to truly be able to say, Lord, I surrender it all to you, and I want you to do whatever it is you need to do, and really trust him in that process. Really being obedient, guys, really understanding that something better is on the other side. You know, I talked about that image that my sister Faith posted a week or two ago, where it was a little girl with a small teddy bear, and she's holding it, and she says, but I love it. And you got an image of Jesus, and behind his back, he has a big teddy bear. And, you know, he's saying, but what I have for you is so much greater. You know, we have to really look at it and say, what's holding me back? What's holding me down? Is it me? Am I doing it? We have to make sure that's right, Tyson. Rapture, ready, mindset. We have to shift. Are you getting into alignment with him? Are you meditating? Are you spending time with him? Are you asking him? Not picking up the phone and calling everybody. Are you stopping wherever you are? And are you saying, Lord, I need you to tell me what it is you want me to do. I only want to do your will. And I literally have those kinds of conversations with him, because in my 45 point something years of life, it's been rough, guys. It's been hard. I've had some great times, and especially for what the person sees on the outside, it looks like, oh my gosh, she got it going on. But there were some times that I was fighting. When Bernadette said, forgive yourself this morning, you know, I could definitely relate to that, because I was the person who could extend grace to everybody, but I couldn't extend it to myself, because I didn't feel like I was worthy. I felt like I was less than for so long in my life, until I said, you know what, Lord, I can't do this no more. I can't pretend. I don't want to pretend. I want you. I want to be everything you have called me to be. I don't care what the title says. I don't care about any of that other stuff. I just want you to use me. And when you adopt that mindset, when it shifts, that thing looks different. That's when you'll be able to say, you know what, this relationship was good in this season, but I can't have that relationship here. That's when you get to make decisions and say, well, you know what? If I go out to this event, or if I go to the club or to the lounge or whatever, I'm not able to handle myself or put myself in this situation. So instead of me being the party pooper, instead of me feeling like, you know what, it's too much pressure on me, I won't even put myself in that situation. I got to change my surrounding. I have to change my circumstances. I have to change the people who are around me, and we get to choose. So if it's the person that you're talking to every day and everything that comes out of their mouth is negative, oh, well, this person is sick, or this person is this, or they can't help me, or they didn't help me. Can you believe what's going on? No, I can't believe it. You know, a lot of people talk to me and they say, well, did you know XYZ? I don't, because I don't watch the news. I don't get up and say, oh my goodness, pour all that negativity into me. I can't. When my mind starts operating, when I wake up in the morning, I'm saying, thank you. Those are the first words that's coming out of my mouth. But when my mindset was different, I was like, okay, let me see what happened in the world. Let me be connected. Let me see what's going on. He is going to give me everything that I need. And I know I'm not by myself. I see my sister over here saying yes, yes, and yes. Like, Wilburn got bumped upside the head, because we're so busy being in tune to what God is telling us. We're not worried about what the world is saying or doing. And people say, well, you're not concerned about COVID, or you're not concerned about this. It's a reality. It's here. It's in the world. But my focus is on what he wants me to do. My focus is on praying for the people that he wants me to pray for. My focus is on making sure that people are covered. My focus is on making sure that I'm the example I need to be. Now, I thought about Matthew 4:1 when, Jesus was tempted in the wilderness after after fasting for 40 days. And I say, you know what, Lord, I want to be able to pass that test. I don't want the foolishness weighing me down. I want my focus to be such that, when it comes, I'll see it coming and I'll know how to fight that thing. I'll be ready. So it's not necessarily that things are weighing me down, because when I was going through my processes and my journey as of recently, he told me, he was like, you got to keep going, because you have to build up the stamina for where I'm going. So when I see that weight, what looks like weight to another person might not be weight for me. What you look like you're carrying like this, I might be able to carry it like this, because guess what? I'm not carrying it by myself, because I'm surrounded by the right people. So when it's time for us to lock arms and do what we need to do, we lock arms and we pray for each other. And that weight that is coming, it's not so heavy anymore, because guess what? I'm making decisions based on what he has asked me to do, because I know I can choose this or I can choose that. And I'm going to choose God every time, because it's going to align up. So family, I don't know who that message was for this morning, because as I was meditating yesterday, it was supposed to be something different, but this morning it was like, you know what? No, I need you to just speak for my people, because there are some people out there who are so heavy and so focused on all that you are not. Stop focusing on what you are not. That's right, Tyson. Focus on being a servant, because when you start to give and when you start to connect with people who have a different mindset, who have that kingdom mindset, it looks different. What looks like was lack, your eyes see it as more than enough. And this morning I wanted to share something with you guys as we are kind of wrapping up. For that person that feels like, you know what, I'm not in the right situation. I wasn't born into the right family. I don't have the right connections. I don't see how it's going to work for me. Everything looks good for them. They're always shining. Everything is always popping. My sister, Bernadette, she wrote the foreword to my book. And, it was something that I didn't take lightly. And my mom wrote about the author. My mom wrote about me in my book. So those of you who purchased it, you will have an opportunity to read that. But this morning I wanted to share with you, because in that foreword, she talked about broken crayon still color. And that's how I started. And I say, we have so many ideas about what we think our lives should resemble. Some of our ideas are realistic and some are far from the reality in which we live. When I reflect on my life, by all accounts, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be where I am. All of the statistics were stacked against me. I grew up in what society says was a dysfunctional family by many accounts. And I took all of that and everything I knew into the world, and I tried it and tested it countless times. Throughout my journey, God exposed me to new ideas, thoughts, friends, and places. He also exposed me to my inner thoughts and weaknesses when I could no longer hide from them. However, he also exposed me to more joyous life. He gave me the strength to stand there all alone. He stripped me of all of my self-perceptions and he made me willing to accept my new way of living, I envisioned a new way of living. In my book, I share my faith walk and the numerous times that I've encountered a detour. I needed every lesson that I learned to help me move to the place where I am in this season. And guys, understand, I had to be broken, shattered, and damaged before I truly realized where my help originated. Family, you are not the only one. Understand that it's all a part of the process. It didn't feel good sometimes. As a matter of fact, it felt bad. A lot of times I was embarrassed. A lot of times I was hurt, and I was hiding that hurt, and I was just moving like many of us are doing right now. But he did reveal me. That's right, Bernadette, right in his presence. When I thought that I couldn't, he said, you know what? You needed that time and those obstacles in life to understand that I have a greater purpose for you that superseded anything, guys, that I can imagine. So as I read the introduction to you, my friends, understand and know that broken crayons still color. You are not alone in your life journey. I'm exposing myself so that you can understand that you can be engaged, encouraged, and empowered. And you also can be revealed in his presence, because I promise you, he'll do it. It'll be painful sometimes, but he'll do it. With that being said, my friends, today is August 31st. I'm excited. Thank you, Yolanda. And guess what? I wanted to let you guys see that I am headed to the post office because these gold packages are coming out. They're coming out. So if you have already ordered, know that you need to be looking for your copy because we're about to drop it off. It's on. Yes, I'm excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They are on the way. They're on the way. I thank my team for helping me get everything together. I thank everybody that had to read and give me feedback and all of that great stuff. You know, I'm excited about it. And God told me he's not done with me because this was just book one. There are two more that he has commissioned me to write already. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I feel you, and I am going to be obedient. No matter what it takes, I'm going to be obedient in this season. So family, what is it that's weighing you down? Why? Is he asking you to do something? What is the calling on your life that you are neglecting? Are you in alignment with what he's asking you to do? Have you forgiven yourself? Because a lot of our issues come because we're just holding on to it and we won't let it go. He has forgiven you. It's time for you to forgive yourself. He wants you to cast your cares on him. He'll give you the rest. I promise you. Family, I love you. I want you to have a fantastic day. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you on Wisdom Wednesday. Bye-bye.